Double. I mentioned earlier there's no way to double KO, but there we go. We're both knocked out. Let's see what happens. Welcome everyone to Gaming Hell. This is DJ Tatsujin and I'm back with WWF Wrestlemania for one more video. The last time we claimed the WWF World Heavyweight Championship with The Undertaker, but this time we're going to take a quick look at some of the other characters and completely break this game with other glitches and exploits. Once again, you can find quality features on more than 140 games on Gaming Hell at gaminghell.co.uk, along with gaming videos on this very YouTube channel. I also do a lot of posting on good, bad, and very, very bad games on my website at GemuBaka.com, the GemuBaka YouTube channel, and on Twitter at DJ Tatsujin. Information for these are also included in the Gaming Hell feature for this game, but I'm doing these videos to show these glitches and exploits in action and surely do them some justice. So without further ado, let's break WWF Wrestlemania. And we saw it a little bit with the Undertaker playthrough. You saw the super combo glitch, but we're going to do this for Bam Bigelow. The super combo glitch is a little bit more relevant for Bam Bigelow. He gets a little bit more utility out of it. So we're going to get our super combo meter up as fast as we can here. There we go. So we'll wait till the second round so we can show off the super combo exploit and loop it. So we'll start the second round. Let's grab them. And here we go. We're going to activate super combo. And then we're going to do this back body drop. There. You'll notice we did about 50% damage and we did not cash in our combo meter. So we can go straight back in, do the combo, and finish them off in a couple of blows there. So you saw 2 combos and 1 melee attack. And we took out the opponent. And we still have our combo meter activated. Did not have to cash it in. There are a few more moves in the game, more specifically Bam Bam's Fire and Doink the Clown's Electricity. There's no like real useful, nothing useful of this glitch, but if you attack with the flames or electricity at the end of the round as time expires, you can get a lot of weird effects going on here. We didn't quite get through to Razor Ramon, so here you have it. The flame trail is following Bam Bam around still. If you get the electrocution, you get the blue trail going around. But as soon as the characters interact, if Razor hits me, you see it does go away. Alright, we'll go ahead and give this another try here. See if we can get a better timing on it. There we go. He's completely engulfed in flames. Let's see what he looks like the next round here. He's charred, burnt to a crisp, like the Fiend. So there we go. There's an interesting model. There's a few glitches that are in the game that kind of make the characters look like this. Most infamously, there's a code you can put in for 2-player mode to activate Buddy mode, which if you're going head-to-head, it gives you a computer teammate. So it's a 2-on-2 matchup, 1 player versus 1 player who each have a CPU teammate. And for whatever reason, if Doink the Clown gets selected as a buddy, he's all glitched out and he will completely lock up the game, and you'll have to reset the arcade cabinet. But there we go. There's Razor Ramon. We'll punch him and get him back to normal here. And we'll go for a technique that's a little more useful here. Lex Luger and Doink the Clown both have an infinite based on one of their moves here. Let's see if we can set this up. But if you press forward power kick, Lex Luger will strike with a mace. And what the game wants you to do is you do the mace and then you tap kick and it does these extra hits. But however, if you press the forward power kick in a rhythm, you can infinitely do the opening move and keep doing the initial hit of the mace. So it's a touch of death. If you can keep it going, then you can take out the opponent. So like I said, Doink has a hammer that's done using the same commands. He can do this as well, but his timing is a little trickier. You can even do this out of grapple. You can kick and then follow up with the mace. So it has a lot of utility. Really raises Lex Luger's game up to the next level. Very good character. He has a little bit of a learning curve, but once you learn him, he's a complete powerhouse in this game. Alright, now this is a lot trickier, but Lex Luger has a hitbox quirk, where as he's falling to the mat and hitting the ground, he gets a very low active hitbox. And it so happens that Bret Hart has a rolling uppercut that hits low. So this is very tricky, but if you're playing as Bret Hart and facing Lex Luger, Bret Hart does have access to an infinite combo that can juggle Lex Luger until he runs out of health. And since I'm recording, this might take me a few tries, so there'll probably be an edit here, but you'll be able to see this in action here to get the multiple hits. Ooh, there. Didn't get any extra juggles, but there was the infinite touch of death with Bret Hart's rolling uppercut. It's quarter circle forward plus power punch. And yeah, that took me like 20 tries to get. It's been a while since I've done it, but I mean, there you see it right there. Once he bounces off the mat, he has an active hitbox, and this rolling uppercut is by far the best move we've found so far to take advantage of this. So I'd like to find some others. Be interesting to see what you can find in the game. But there you go. Lex Luger has an infinite combo, but he can get his too if you're playing as Bret Hart. And here's another glitch that doesn't necessarily do much for you in the game. Doink has a zip that he can do because he can head hold out of a running animation. If the opponent is standing on the top rope and Doink the Clown does a grapple at that moment. There we go. And we zip off to the top of the screen. It'll keep going like that, but if we press buttons, eventually Doink will... here we go. He broke free and he falls down to the mat. But now, Razor's stuck up in the ceiling. We can't get him to come back down. So we can kind of manipulate him a little bit. In a way this can be useful, I suppose, is you can get a life lead and then get the opponent stuck up there so he can't do anything. So it's the Marvel vs. 2, get the opponent stuck. But, I mean, there you go. We can just sit here and let the time expire. We both have the same health, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Usually in Midway devolved games, they automatically give favor to one of the players, so there's no double hits. You can't trade hits in a lot of Midway games. I'm not aware of any. It usually gives one of the players an advantage, either player 1 or player 2. There we go, we got Doink. He won the game. But yeah, just something silly that can be done in the game. And as I said, like the only real usefulness for it is if you really want to cheese out a victory. Oops. Almost did it again. There he goes. So there we go, straight up to the ceiling again, up in the rafters. the Doink fall is what always gets me each time. So I don't know if you can further manipulate this. We can hold over. Yeah, we can get Doink to go back up and fall down. He did his leg drop there. Can climb the rope. See if we can... Can't manipulate it any other way. But yeah, we've got now Razor stuck in back and forth animation. So there's nothing we can do here other than ride out the time. We can chase after a shadow. Do a little stanky leg dance. But there's a glitch featuring Doink the Clown, and next up we're going to show several things with Yokozuna, and whoo boy are there glitches and exploits with Yokozuna in the arcade version 1.3. Time expired, who got it? Oh, Doink gets the victory, double perfect. Good job, Doink, you earned it. Alright, so let's begin here. Yokozuna has a special move where he takes some of his, in sumo wrestling when they have the traditional ceremonial assault. Normally the game wants you to hold, using my Hori command controller here, the punch button for 3 seconds and let it go. and he throws the salt. It stuns the opponent for, you can do a follow-up move. So in essence, it's kind of like in Mortal Kombat what Sub-Zero is able to do with his ice throw to freeze the opponents. But however, when you have the opponent in a head hold, you can press quarter circle forward and punch to do that, to eliminate the need to charge the move. With this, there are a variety of quirks that can be done, because we've found that the quarter circle forward plus punch salt throw acts as kind of like a 2-in-1 that cancels a move that comes previous to it out of a head hold. So we can get Razor against the ropes here, and we can do a variety of things. We can knee, go into the salt, back into a head hold. So we can kind of loop this around, and in a way, as long as we time it correctly, we can do it infinitely, because there's always some sort of recovery that's going on, especially with a character like Razor Ramon, who has very high recovery frames. So we can try to get this going here. Come on. So especially if you get them against the ropes here, there are some quirks. You can do it elsewhere, but... So there you can see the way Razor reels back, he doesn't necessarily have to be against the ropes. So this is one of the kind of the glitches and exploits that become incredibly useful. And like I said, this is an arcade version 1.3. When they did the home conversions, the ones like the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo are very different. I've tried, can't get these to duplicate in the Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo, but if you're playing a version like the Sega Saturn version that's way more arcade authentic, you are able to get a lot of these glitches and exploits to work, even though it seems that there are some safeguards worked in, like you saw the Doink glitch where he zipped him into the ceiling. On the Sega Saturn version, typically the opponent does eventually fall back down, so the fight can continue. So going up against a computer opponent here, you can see once we actually get a head hold done here, we can keep this going. Oh, he reversed. We weren't fast enough on the knee. And that's we were talking about The Undertaker and how his speed is supposed to be his weakness. I would say Yokozuna has a very, very bad speed stat. He's the slowest character in the game. He's probably the only character in the game where I'd say his speed is a detriment. Sometimes it's very difficult to get your hands on the opponent, but it's a matter to, especially when you know what you're doing, if you can... get your hands on the opponent, Yokozuna makes all of it count. And Bam Bam's not having it here, but you see Yokozuna gets a shortcut to his overhead lift. If somebody's diving off the top rope, you can just press power kick to automatically go into the overhead lift and snatch them out of the air. Let's see, we're trying to get back to the salt throw here. I mean, see, you can very easily finish them off. And since we have this here, I haven't shown this off. If your opponent has a combo meter, you can climb up to the top rope and wait. The game will proceed forward. It doesn't want the game to be stuck forever. And so we can continue on to the next match. The opponent doesn't get to use their second win and kick out of a pin. So now we're going to move on here to another technique. You saw us cancel a knee attack with the salt throw, but that's not all that Yokozuna can cancel, not in the slightest. So here we go, we're going to do one of his grapple moves and cancel it with the salt. And you see what happens here. The opponent is still stuck mid-move. He is frozen there. And we can do things like our attacks. Oh, that attack hits. That wasn't the one I wanted to do. You saw the salt through there. That's going to come into play later as well. So we're here. We can do this punch move we can whiff these attacks, but look, now we have a full combo meter, so we can get him glitched by some time. We have a full combo meter now. We can sit here, we can taunt, do a running leg drop, 4 times damage leg drop. Look at that damage right there, and there's nothing the Undertaker can do about that at this point. So we just snatch him out of the air. There we go. So that's some of the techniques you can do in the ring with the salt stall. Let's get the let's see if we can get him out of the ring here. Okay, good. And hopefully we get the chase. Oh nope, he got back in. We need you back out here, Undertaker. Come on. So here we go. We have him stuck outside the ring now. So what we can do is one thing. We can just eventually get back in the ring. So he's stuck there. There's nothing he can do in this version of the game. And as I've said before, if only one player's on the outside of the ring, eventually their health will start to drain. You can see it right there. The Undertaker, he's getting counted out by the referee. And just imagine being in an arcade playing this 2 players, and the player is just sitting here helplessly looking at that. He is now disqualified, and there's nothing he could have done about that once he's stuck in the air like that. So we've moved on using a very, very cheap move. And now, similar to Doink, we can get, oh, this is going to be tough. We have an angry Lex Luger. He's just not having this at all. Here we go, okay. So Lex Luger's stuck, and Lex with that, his neck is stretched out. That looks a little weird, but I guess when you're being thrown around, your body will contort in weird ways. So similar to Doink the Clown, if we run against the ropes here, we can manipulate the position of the wrestler that's being affected by this glitch. You can move them back and forth, and similar to Doink, if we go all the way, there we go, both of them raise to the top and get into the rafters there, and we can get Yokozuna to fall back down, but Lex Luger is now stuck up in the top of the rafters there. And so this is kind of a duplicate of the Doink the Clown glitch, but there is something you can do a little bit extra with Yokozuna here. Yokozuna has a unique top rope animation. He doesn't climb all the way to the top, he just sits here. So we're going to use this in the next round to do kind of a twist on this glitch, and you can see a little bit more of what's going on with the characters once they leave the screen here. So we're just going to fast forward.
Oh, what a steal! He's going for the top rope! Who does he think he is? He's going to the top.
There we go. So Yokozuna's going to get on his bicycle and he's going to ride off to the side of the... We're going to go past the crowd. We're going to the back. We're done with this match. We're going back to the dressing room.
Don't bother.
So I came back on. Where am I? I'm somewhere here. Okay, there we go.
What's this? Here it comes. Here's the setup.
And we've glitched to the point. We've made Lex Luger go off the screen there. We've manipulated him, so now he's off the screen, and his health is starting to degenerate. So this is kind of a twist. We've done something a little bit more to be able to get the opponent disqualified, and there's nothing they can do about it. Alright, so we'll do one more variation on this. Use the climbing the top rope again. There we go. Oh. I did it too soon, I think. Oh, no. Ah, crap. Get back in there, Yoko. Okay. There we go. Alright, if we hit a button and jump, we actually get to see Yokozuna climbing into the rafters. So this is what actually exists above the crowd here. There's a bunch of camera flashes and a bunch of very empty space as we exit the atmosphere. And if we work our way back, I don't know if I'll have enough time to do this in this round. There we go. Come on, work your way back in there. We can fall back. Oh, time expired. We'll try this again in the next round.
What's he up to? High risk maneuver.
Okay. So, ooh, we timed this just right. We can see the other Yokozuna climbing up as well. So as I was saying, we can manipulate this. used to die. Oh, we got Yokozuna to fall, so he's gonna bounce around, and he fell back down, and our opponent is still stuck. So we can still kind of do the same thing, climb our way back up, all the camera flashes, and work our way back down, and flop back into the ring. So once again, not really practical. It's fun to post videos about this on Twitter and that type of thing, but it's not super practical in the matchups. But like I said, it's a lot of fun to see. We're just gonna get him to leave the arena now. All right, now I made sure to build up my combo meter, and we can also salt cancel out of super combo activations. As you can see here, and go back for the grab. We can do the super combo activations with power punch or regular punch, and sometimes they do just certain characters have enough recovery that they can block it. Let's see how many times we can get this to keep going. Oh, he's already done. Alright, let's try this again. So there we go. Never lost our super combo meter, and we took it all the way through. We did a full combo, touch of death with Yokozuna using his salt cancel. And you can, if you have really good timing, you can keep that going after they're defeated. There's a lot of promotions say that there's 30 to 40 hit combos available into the game. That's just lies to keep people to try to put money into the machine and find these combos. But as far as I know, 24 hits is the largest that exists. Razor Ramon has a very basic, easy to do super combo that does really good damage too. Unfortunately, we haven't found a combo glitch for him. It'd be nice if he's able to save his meter and be able to do that combo over and over, because it is pretty damaging. But there's a lot of things you can do with the salt stall and the salt super combos, and then there's one more feature with the salt cancel that completely breaks the game. This is something that I found a year or two ago, and as I've explained before, once you enter a head hold, the opponent can, if they enter an input before you do, they reverse the move. And that's usually, according to the rules of the game, once the opponent does a reversal, that's that. But what's crazy is that Yokozuna can use his salt throw to cancel other people's moves. And in effect, he breaks the rules of the game because he's the only character that we know of so far in the game that he can reverse reversals. And Lex Luger's not a very good character for this. I can see if... Oh, you saw Yokozuna start to do something there. Oh, yeah, his grapple moves are not great for this. When you do the salt throw, it frees Yokozuna up to do another move. If you get an opponent that does jumping moves, like the jumping pile drivers and that type of thing, it gives them way more time to be able to actually counter. But to counter the reversal, you need to be able to do the salt throw and then follow it up with a second move. So let's see if we can get lucky, and oh, we just ended up continuing. So let's go back. Let's see if Razor will cooperate with us. He waited so long to do it, I wasn't ready. Oh, there we go, we got it. We reversed the reversal. See if we can get in there. Oh. If you can get Yokozuna's headbutts, that works really good. Oh, there we go, the headbutts! So we completely reversed it. We took no damage on that one. It's very hard to do. It is not guaranteed, but as you can see, characters are not supposed to be able to do this in this game. We get a funny animation for that one. Alright, so as I mentioned, some of the crazier things that can happen. if Lex Luger reverses with the overhead throw, we can salt cancel that. And look at him go. Do his little posing there. Can get him to go out of there. We can glitch things. But if we hit a button, we snap back and get slammed. He's outside of the ring at the top there. Let's see. I do this again here. I'd forgotten about this. So that's one of the funnier glitches. You can get Lex Luger stuck in his overhead lift pose. There we go. Out of the big pile driver. Alright, let me see if I can do, here's another.
Look at this.
We can do it to interrupt the super combo. But that didn't do us much good because we were defeated at that point. Double. I mentioned earlier there's no way to double KO, but there we go. We're both knocked out. Let's see what happens. Yokozuna won. So there you go. He was supposed to be defeated by the super combo, but through his salt because he gets to break all the rules of the game and he takes the round. So that's just some of the crazy stuff that Yokozuna can do in this game. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the look at some of the more crazy glitches and exploits that are available in Midway's WWF Wrestlemania, typically called WWF Wrestlemania the arcade game because of Acclaim's home versions. And like I said, this won't work on, a lot of this stuff won't work on the Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo versions, but if you have an arcade authentic port like the Sega Saturn, a lot of this stuff does still work in the game. But hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If you want to revisit the game and try some of the stuff out, a lot of it's pretty simple, but if you're seeing some of the stuff on the Gaming Hell website and the YouTube and you've never played WWF Wrestlemania before, I hope this encourages you to check it out because it's a really fun game, a lot of stuff to it. Once you get below the surface level, it's actually a pretty deep game. It's one that I've very much enjoyed, and I do have to give a shout out to streamer YouTuber LRock617. He showed me a lot of the basics that helped me understand this game on a deeper level, so he was very active in playing this game. He's currently on a streak of doing a bunch of arcade 1cc's. He beat Battletoads arcade for one of his milestone 1cc's, and I believe he's past 161cc's, stuff you can view on his YouTube or Twitch channels. And like I said, that's LRock617, so hopefully you go and check him out. Very cool dude, very knowledgeable about arcade games as well, and give him a follow and give him some support. But for now, this is DJ Tatsujin for Gaming Hell. If you want to check me out, like I said, you can check me out on GemuBaka.com, the YouTube GemuBaka, as well as on Twitter at DJ Tatsujin, and hopefully I'll be welcome to come back and do more content for Gaming Hell because I've enjoyed writing about WWF Wrestlemania as well as doing these videos. So until then, keep gaming and check back for more Gaming Hell updates.